There is a major problem in music right now, and it all comes down to the fact that 2023 has been such a boring year for hip hop so far. Now, there have been some gems here and there that have dropped during the year, but overall, the music world just feels empty and drained of any real excitement. To put it into perspective, at this time last year, we went on a 4 week cycle where we got huge albums. Kendrick dropped Mr. Morale, Pusha T dropped It's Almost Dry, Future dropped I Never Liked You, Jack Harlow dropped Come Home the Kids Miss You, and whether you love those albums or you hate those albums, you cannot deny that they made excitement and buzz storm and surge into the music world. With June and the summer season right around the corner, this problem is even more worrisome as traditionally, this is the time where the biggest artists are supposed to start dropping the most exciting albums, but all we've had are some vague promises from Travis Scott and ASAP Rocky that they're dropping soon. And I mean, come on, we know ASAP Rocky's not dropping. He is doing everything besides dropping new music. But I mean, listen, you're with Rihanna and you got a kid. I can't really blame the guy anymore. But for everybody else, they got to do better. But fortunately, today, we got a brand new album that has saved the summer. It has saved the dry spell in music. Two artists have teamed up to give us an experience that we can play and that will give us that summer joy and that will give us that excitement of a big album. Meet the saviors of music. Meet the saviors of the summer, Aminé and KAYTRANADA. Now, with all that drama out of the way, let's just talk about how these two artists have blessed our ears. Now, Aminé and KAYTRANADA have had some of the most powerful creative presences in their respective lanes over the past 5 to 10 years. With Aminé's successful career in rap taking him everywhere from having a smash hit that every single person knows, Don't Lie to Yourself in Caroline, to making one of the most critically acclaimed hip hop projects of the 2020s with Limbo, Aminé has been one of the most exciting artists to watch grow and prosper. I mean, does anybody hate Aminé? How could you hate on an artist who just brings so much joy and so much excitement through their creative spirit? And speaking of bringing joy and excitement through their creative spirit, there is nobody, not a single person who embodies this more than KAYTRANADA, who is not just one of the most skillful producers and DJs in music right now, but he has been one of the most innovative artists of the past decade, pushing boundaries of music with his multifaceted instrumental genius. Mine has been on record saying that a collab album with KAYTRANADA has been a dream for him, and you can tell that just from the beginning of this project. While these two are high-profile artists creating a brand extension with this collab, this is one of the most passionate and inspired records that I have heard in quite some time. The intro track, Who He Is, sets the tone as Aminé delivers lyrical dagger after dagger all over this super amped up production from KAYTRANADA that just makes you want to get up and dance. Like, it is really impossible to sit still during this record. It is just that vibrant and energetic with its production choices. Speaking of just wanting to get up and dance, the lead single off this project, Forever, is the biggest example of this, as KAYTRANADA's drum patterns and vibrant instrumental coding, they work so well along with the vocals of Aminé and the one and only Pharrell Williams to make easily what will go down as one of the catchiest anthems of the entire year. Like, again, if you don't enjoy this track, if you don't have fun with it, you're just a miserable person. There is no other way to put it. There is just so much joy being excreted through this song. Now, while this track, when you heard it at first, it made you think that Kaytraminé would be a project that would just really have some bright and sunny anthems to dance on the beach to, this record is way more dynamic than that. While managing to make an album that is still perfect to bump on a nice summer day, Aminé and Kaytranada managed to encompass so much more with this body of work. The song West Side is a prime example of this, as Kaytranada flips this soulful orchestrated string sample into this hard trap cut that just has so much flair in it, between this amazing sample flip and Aminé's performance, which is just a masterclass in how to entertain a listener as an MC. Aminé isn't the greatest lyricist by any means, but he doesn't need to be, as he does so much besides just rap really well, as he's able to appeal to listeners with the flash of his delivery and the creativity within his vocal performances. From the way he switches up tones with his vocals to the way he can slow down and speed up his flows, Aminé is without a doubt one of the most exciting rappers to hear on a track right now. Another strong suit of this record is its collaborations, which team this duo up with Big Sean, Snoop Dogg, Amare, and the one and only, the War Machine, Don Cheadle, Freddie Gibbs. All of these collabs fit in like a glove to this project, as Aminé and Kaytranada's creative spirit, it just allows them to mold anybody into their musical ecosystem. The way these artists collaborate, it is so organic, it feels so natural. They are genuinely some of the most refreshing collaborations, and in an era where people phone in collabs, it's all about paying for feature verses. These performances just feel like they're here for the sheer love of the music, and that is something that is beautiful to see. Big Sean's feature on the track Master P is genuinely so hard, and it makes this track go from being good to great. I know Big Sean gets a lot of shit, and for deserving reasons, but with that said, when this man is on, he can deliver some of the most exciting performances out there. This same sentiment can be said about all of the other collabs, and my favorite of them is Let's Talk About It, as Freddie Gibbs, he just glides over the dazzling production of Kaytranada here so well. He just flows so smoothly with his one-of-a-kind vocals and with Kaytranada's one-of-a-kind production style. Another underrated aspect of album making these days that is really done right here is the sequencing of this project. Nowadays, a lot of albums just feel like they are put together randomly or with the biggest songs at the front so they garner the most streams, but this album really feels like it was put together with a lot of thought, as the entire experience gradually evolves both sonically and tone-wise very cohesively. Aminé and Kaytranada assert their wit and skill in the beginning of the record, but the tone after the first song is pretty light, as a lot of the songs are just made to be the most danceable and chill tracks possible. You listen to this opening leg and you close your eyes and you automatically see yourself on the beach with a Corona in your hand, and I guess Snoop Dogg sitting next to you or something. Now this is a Corona ad. I guess they should sponsor us, but that is the vibe that you get from these tracks. But as the record progresses, the tonal style and contrast from track to track becomes a lot more out there, which makes for a closing leg which gets surprisingly intense. And from the prospect of this record, you would have never guessed that things would have gotten this out of hand. STFU3 is nothing like the rest of the project, between how chaotic it is and how raunchy Aminé's performance is. He delivers these hard bars, and the distorted production and tense drum pattern from Kaytranada just builds up so much tension into this already tense track. I just want to pause real quick and say that Kaytranada's drums are some of the best that I have ever heard on this project. The way he is able to build these hypnotizing and memorizing drum patterns, it is just absolutely a masterclass in how to use drums within a track, how to use drums within music production. Like, if you are a producer, I'm sure you know this, but you gotta study the way that Kaytranada uses drums. It is just absolutely amazing here. But despite how out of place this song feels musically in the theory of what you expect on this project, it fits right in with the rest of the album like a glove, due to how freely and open this duo's creative possibilities are and what they assert through the beginning of the project, just in smaller ways. The track only expands this, but the final tracks, I with Snoop Dogg and K and A, they tie the entire record together, bringing every branch of the sonic expansion all together and just putting it into this beautiful piece, which creates this ultimate creative haven. Overall, Kaytraminé is just such a fun project with so many exciting moments. This record's got great production, captivating performances, it's super vibey, and it also gets surprisingly hard and dynamic. I mean, Aminé and KAYTRANADA, they really do establish a creative musical haven where they can just unleash the sheer beauty of their genius. This record is truly phenomenal. There are no bad songs there, and that is a really, really proud accomplishment. And my favorite tracks have to be West Side, Reboot, K and Who Is He. And if you like hip hop, and honestly, if you just like having fun, if you like enjoying your days and you want to listen to some music that's going to make you smile and appreciate the beauty of this art form, you need to hear this record. You don't just have to hear this record, like you need to hear it. You need to hear it. It is that beautiful. So yeah, I'm going to be giving Kaytraminé an 8 out of 10. This record is really awesome. Let me know your thoughts on this project. Were you vibing with Kaytraminé or were you not? Was I too harsh on this record? Was I too nice? Please let me know in the comments below and be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is free for you to do, so it really helps me out a ton. And if you're already at this point in the video, I know you want to stay around for more. Thank you all for watching. Mr. Fantastic, Mr. F, signing out. Catch you in the next video.